far as I can remember, I've always been interested in music. Music has been an undying passion. My parents taught me I could sing "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning" before I could even speak.
I started playing music in grade 4. I took up the piano and had private lessons for a year and a half. I switched to saxophone, and I like the sound of the sax a lot anyways.
I'm currently playing in a 30-piece community world groove orchestra. We are half drums and half brass horns, and I play the big bass surdo drum.
I remember the first guitar I got a hold of, I thought you put your finger between the strings for some crazy reason, as opposed to on them.
People used to play music on the street. It was a common practice. It was done communally. Music was a way to give information and tell stories and let people know what was going on.
In small communities, like a time on the weekend when there'd be a weekly dance or something, and people would dance to that music all night long. So music had its role in bringing communities together and creating festive environments. It started there. The ambiance was the music. That's also very inspiring because it's communication, and it's when people don't have to use words to tell a story through music.
The type of music that I play is a live experience in which a bunch of people are moving energy and creating an environment together. They're moving and exchanging sound and nonverbal communication. People dancing, playing loud horns, things that actually reverberate within the body. And you're doing it with friends or people that you know really well, and so it creates like a high or a good time. I think that there was a lot more musical practice happening before we could capture music.
For the last 3 years, I have taken singers to the Czech Republic. People come from all different backgrounds. We sing sacred music together, and somehow, whatever the words are, they don't seem to matter. It's the music that somehow transcends all our differences, and we come away as one glorious, happy family. If we could just make music together, there'd be an awful lot less hate, an awful lot less tension in the world.
1, 2, 3, kick it.
It's pretty hard to argue that art is the major driver, that inspiration is the major driver. It's bucks.
Music and musicians and artists are going through a challenging time because of things like monster radio in the States, which has stations all over the country and 5 DJs. They own the venues in the cities, and they own the billboards in the cities, and they say who plays in their venues. But original creativity is being dictated more and more and more by corporate ends.
We are obsessed with capturing, recording sound and moments in these machines so that we can look at them later or share them. And this is a huge difference because in one way, it allows people across the globe to cross-culturally meet and understand each other in different, that we never could do before.
You got to be careful, Even this, you got to, what is this for? What is this for? It's to record music for posterity.
It's so much easier to be in your little world, put your Walkmans on while you're on the bus, and walk around and pretend that the rest of the world exists outside of your senses.
I think that music appeals to an intellectual aspect in our lives, but that also it connects with some of even the body rhythms that we have. It certainly inspires us at an emotional and feeling level. I find what spiritual comfort, if you want, what spiritual inspiration I find is through music. The only other place I get it is on this island in nature, but there's a kind of music to that with the birds and the general sounds.
I believe that music is innate. It comes from within, but it's fed from around us.
The best music comes out when you're open and not thinking about it, and it happens. Everything is resonating and causing vibration, and sound are all creating these vibrations and waves of sound. Is music a language or a way of organizing these sounds?
50 years from now, people will still be happy to bang two sticks together out in the woods with a fire going and doing it for the sheer joy of it, which I think is the original impulse of music.
I have no prescription for the world, but for me, the path to, if you want, the oneness with the universe is through music. In fact, I think we could achieve world peace if we could just all play together or sing together, and I've found that over and over again, that if you find people who, from very, very divergent walks of life, get together and sing, suddenly it seems to me all of those things that keep us apart disappear.
Really, you take away sound and